Fall, Dominique Brown earned Teacher of the Month honors, and then 2 months later she was fired, but it wasn't about anything she did in the classroom. She says a parent complained about her rap career, which was off the clock. By now, Drippin' Honey's music video, Drippin' 101, has been seen by tens of thousands across numerous social media platforms. And it combines two of her passions, rapping and some of the students she's taught. That's right, a U.S. history teacher who's moonlighting as a rapper. But last month, she was forced out of her teaching job, and it started with a parent's complaint.
That's when the first meeting was with my dean and the principal, and they were just telling me like, hey, a parent said that they seen your social media and that you're a black influence because you're a rapper.
Drippin' Honey's real name is Dominique Brown. She says that the parent continued to complain even though the educator was named Teacher of the Month. Despite asking for a complaint in writing, Dominique says she never received it. And Dominique
I mean, this is the culture. And I want to be fair to her as well, in what I'm going to say. But an educator is supposed to be someone that the kids look up to, of course. And there's nothing wrong with rapping. If that's the thing you want to do, then do your thing. But you have to understand that everyone isn't going to be into that type of thing, and everyone isn't going to want their kids to be taught by someone who is also rapping. And I haven't dove deep into Drippin' Honey's music to know her content of her music and stuff like that, or the message behind her music. But it seems like this parent wanted to hold the person that's educating their kids to a higher standard than just also being a rapper and stuff like that, which I can also understand. It's unfortunate that she lost her job as being a teacher. It seemed like she was definitely passionate about it, and but at the end of the day, if I'm a student and I see my teacher on a rap video and looking like this, I would definitely be looking at them a little bit different, And she was, had the, she was what, Teacher of the Month, as they were saying. Yeah, Teacher of the Month. So, she was definitely doing her thing as a teacher. My thing is, you may want to not include your students in your music videos, but I mean, here we are.
says she never received it, and Dominique believes that she was discriminated against.
I was like, hey, well, can we tell that parent to come in and see professionalism, see me in the classroom, see me after school, see me at all the games, see me dropping kids off every day, buying food, doing all these things. Can they come see me in my element before they try to say I'm unprofessional in it?
Was there at any point anything that was brought up that said your rap career the lyrics that you use may have been a bad influence on some of the students that you had?
Well, the parents would just stay anonymous, and she didn't really give too much detail on what she did or didn't like, and the school didn't give me too much detail either. Music is part of the culture. We from Motown. This is what we do. So it's not like it's unheard of. It's the culture. And when you look like me, you just understand it a little more better, that it's not that I'm trying to deter these kids from stopping their dreams.
In a statement,
I don't really think it has anything to do with that. We understand, Motown and the history that it has, and being in Detroit and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, you have to draw a line with certain things, and I feel like maybe if the students wasn't involved in that music video and stuff like that, we have to not sit here and pretend like kids and teenagers aren't influenced by the music and the things that they listen to. Of course, they're gonna listen to this stuff. It's all over the internet, and if they have access to the internet, only thing that can stop them from having access to this stuff or listening to this stuff is the parents. So, it's definitely a fine line with this whole thing, and again, I could see where the parent would have concerns. Especially if your lyrics, you're talking about some stuff that can potentially, put kids in a bad situation, or, have them going down a certain path or having a certain mindset that they shouldn't have to be, very, very productive in society. You know, if that's your thing that you want to do, okay, that's cool. Do your thing again. But, involving the kids, man, I feel like that's one of the lines that probably shouldn't have been crossed. And, maybe it wouldn't be such a huge spotlight on this, as far as her losing her job and stuff like that. But, you know, I mean, we totally understand, the whole aspect of Motown in Detroit, and you want to do your music thing. You certainly get that point, but you're supposed to be a professional as far as educating kids and stuff like that. And a lot of the stuff that's in the music, man, it's it's just it's not the best messages, and we just have to keep it just 100% on that thing. It's not the best message.
A spokesperson for Taylor Preparatory High School, which is a charter school, said they're aware of Brown's allegations, but student and employee privacy rights limit what they can say. The statement went on to say, quote, "Student well-being remains at the forefront of everything we do, and we will continue fostering a distraction-free teaching and learning environment focused on student success."
If I was a horrible teacher, y'all would have dropped me the day it was a problem.
Did you ever feel that they were transparent enough for you?
Absolutely not.
If there ever was an opportunity, and Taylor said, "Hey, look, we want you back," would you consider it?
No, I just want this to be an example for them to do better.
I mean, I don't feel like they did anything wrong. I mean, like I said, man, you're in a position of where you're teaching these kids, man, and these kids gonna look up to you, man. You even got the kid here in the crutches, man. Look like they even still got the book bag on in the video and stuff. And I could see, if your lyrics was about like, educating and teaching, and your content and your music was about that, but I don't think so. From the little clips I've heard, and also heard, profane language in there and stuff like that. These are young adults, man. They're gonna be adults. They're gonna be able to, do adult things when that time is coming. But you definitely have to draw the line somewhere. And this is it was a charter school, so if anyone is aware of how charter schools are operating, of course, the parents and alumni, they put money into the schools because they want their kids to have a better education, and better than most public schools. So it's a lot on the line for this for the school. And when it comes between choosing the safety of the students and the well-being of the students versus the teacher, they're definitely going to choose the students and the well-being of the school over the individual teacher. But I mean, you get yourself into a position like that to where you're educating kids and stuff like that. You want to make sure that you are holding yourselves to very, very high standard, man. Same as in like the healthcare profession and stuff like that. These very, very important industries to the infrastructure of our society, because education is definitely one of the pillars. It's definitely, one of the things that we depend on to make sure that we have individuals out here who are knowledgeable, who are able to, go out and, either create businesses or get higher education, or get themselves some type of trade or skill, and pour back into their community, which affects everything overall within our country. So um yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at with this whole situation. She definitely should have known that this wasn't going to be a good look once people got a whiff of it.
"Hey, look, we want you back." Would you consider it?
No, I just want this to be an example for them to do better.
Dominique says that she's in the process of trying to seek out an attorney and take some legal action. In Taylor, I'm Brandon Hudson, Fox 2 News.
So what do you guys think of this whole thing? Do you guys feel like it was wrong for her to be terminated because she's also pursuing her rap career? Do you think it was right for her to have the students in the music videos? Do you think that this was that like the having the students in the music videos was one of the reasons why this was brought to a parent's attention and the parent didn't like it? Do you feel like it's okay, or would you allow or care if your kid's educator, teacher was a also doubling as a rapper, and if the content of their raps wasn't like the best content, or content that you really wouldn't want your kid walking around the home just rapping about? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll close this for now. If you like my content, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. This is Justin Paul. Peace.